So April Fool's comes every year. April Fool's actually holds a special place in my heart because it's the day I started this company, Journey Counselling. And I remember in the first couple of years when I tell people I started Journey Counselling on April 1st, they thought it was a joke. So it's true, when people come across with pranks on April Fool's Day, at times we can get angry. And my simple advice is, it's one day, expect some pranks. If you get pranked, it's a good sign that you have friends and you have people who care enough to actually try to make your day or break your day. We all get angry, and we all have opportunities to get angry every day. Often when we're angry, we may make poor choices. So we could choose to lash out at our friends or family members, or even strangers, such as the taxi driver or the cashier at the grocery store. We might lash out with negative words, insults, put-downs, name-calling. We might also lash out physically and push and shove and kick. Whether your anger is justified or not justified, because sometimes anger is justified, but what you choose to do with that anger is where you get into trouble. So you might feel justified to stand up for yourself if you were cheated by someone at the store, but if you choose to push and shove them, then you're making a poor choice with that anger. It becomes a problem when anger starts getting you into trouble, either getting into trouble with loved ones or with other people because you're making poor choices in the way you handle your anger. It gets you into trouble if it interferes with your life. So if because you're so angry, you start to pull out of activities, or you stop going to certain places, or you choose to withdraw, or you start to lash out and get involved in fights, then it's time to get some help. They're cousins. Often stress isn't too far from anger, and anger isn't too far from stress. One tends to fuel the other and support the presence of the other. So stress leads us to be more likely to get angry if we have a lot of stress that's unmanaged or mismanaged. And being angry leads us to experience interactions and situations more negatively, which may lead to feeling more stress. That's a tricky one. Often, telling someone they have anger management issues might itself be a trigger for them to get angry, which is what maybe we try to avoid. But you could do it in a gentle, soft way, and that is to catch them at a time when they're not visibly agitated or upset, and to let them know that it's a concern of yours. So you can say that I'm concerned in the way you handle your anger when you get angry, and I'm concerned that you make sometimes choices that are hurtful to others when you get angry. I think you need some help, or you could offer to go with them to get the help together so that you could support them through this. It's going to be a long-term effort. There's some short-term things we can do, such as in the moment, taking a deep breath, counting to 10, turning away, walking away, and coming back to the situation can help. And when we walk away, it's to give us the time to breathe and calm ourselves down. Progressive relaxation exercises, deep breathing exercises, meditation, and mindfulness can also help in the short term. Long-term strategies would include the trifecta that I like talking about, such as including sleep, nutrition, and exercise as regular parts of your life. Good sleep patterns, good nutrition patterns, and good exercise habits as regular parts of your life will improve our ability over the long term to manage stress and to regulate our anger. First and foremost, I tell myself it's okay to be angry. To be angry is to be human. And then I take a step back and I evaluate the situation. Often, anger is there to help me to do something about the situation. So I try to figure out, what am I supposed to do about the situation? And I take that message from the anger that showed up, and then I decide what to do about the situation without having anger as a major source of fuel for me. Anger is a human emotion, so let's embrace it. Let's stop calling it a negative experience, and let's be mindful that the experience that could be negative is the choices we make when we're angry, not anger itself. Number 1, have regular exercise. Number 2, have regular sleep. Number 3, have good, healthy nutrition. And these will help keep you on the level. So even if you do get angry, it's less likely to go overboard.